Okay, hopefully the FPS problems are fixed. They're probably not, but whatever. There's only so much I can do, and if my computer wants to be temperamental, then we'll just have to settle with it. I think floor 72 is good. If things go bad, it'll give us a run for our money. Otherwise, we should be able to chain the enemies into the ground and murder them. Bringing you guys along to see the level gain isn't that important, but I would like to do some of the dungeon exploring with you, just in case we run into any interesting layouts or things. Like that whole floor that was nothing but treasure.
There are three. The enemy's weak against darkness.
Weak against darkness. Wait a second.
Use
Last
Rigo's
resort.
skills. It's weak against darkness.
I don't fucking like these
There are
things.
3 enemies left. The enemy's weak against darkness.
Too many hit points. Too many attacks, a big heal, instant deaths, last resort attack to completely screw us over. We're probably going to be dying here. First, let's take this down.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
In fact, knock down, knock down, knock him down. Even though I'm pretty sure none of you guys have access to darkness, I'll cross my fingers. Hold out hope. 83 damage is pretty solid though. I do like how knockdown does leave things knocked down. I saw that coming. Suck it up, Junpei.
The enemy.
67 damage, is that all you've got, you son of a bitch? Gonna have to hit me with something harder than that. I think actually my low frame rate, now that I think about it, is probably because I have Windows Arrow enabled now. Which strangely gives me speed up in some other games. Medea. But apparently does not give me any speed up at all with PCSX2. Hopefully that's enough to keep us alive. Well, if you would put some more oomph into your stabbing attacks. That's fucking creepy. Okay, Yukari. You can never finish anything off Junpei, and that's your fucking problem. That's why you're not number 2. That's why you're number 3, or 4, or even 5. Okay. Yukari. You go on full heal support. And Tsuruo, you can actually be useful if you connect. I think I'll at least kill this thing. Not that we've had to worry about it. Never mind, tower. I'll eat my words. I spoke too soon. Oh, keep setting on your ass, Junpei. Don't ever learn to dodge. That I'm acceptable with. I'm acceptable of. Good night, and we'll dedicate this bonus round to helping Yukari top you bastards off. Rub some dirt in it, Junpei. Rub some of that blood that's on the floor on it. Is the tower itself actually bleeding? I don't think I've accurately investigated these puddles yet. Strike 3. Man, you're just getting your face rubbed in it like a dog who shit on the carpet, aren't you? Yukari, I really hope you can help Junpei. My Medea is not going to be enough.
Enemy left. Just one more.
I can assure you.
I failed to finish it off. Hang in there.
It's nerve-wracking sometimes. Even this far into the game, I still don't trust my team to actually do what's right. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Do you even want to be on this team, Junpei? Look, I'm not gonna be any nicer to him, Mitsuru, just because you wanna take a fall too. Only 130 experience. Or like a 5-minute fight to the death. I would prefer it, buddy, if you turned around. Not that way. Actually, yeah. Here. So just chase me to the edge of your border so I can stab you. Is that cheating? It's not like I'm ever gonna get a sneak attack. Yeah, weak against ice. So... who was my ice queen? High Pixie? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Mabufu. Not the best abilities in the world, High Pixie. I mean, really? Piercing and an AoE ice attack?
Good choice. The enemy is down.
Mm-hmm. Let's murder him. Murderize him. Murderate him.
That was too easy.
It really was. Which is why we get shit cards in return. Let's go for the weapon. Can never have enough money. Siren's Song. God, how many videos ago?
Yes, my skill level has increased.
How many videos ago was that was actually useful? Wasn't that like one of the first ones we got? Gotcha, bitch. Okay, we might actually leave the floor after this, too. And I know that that seems probably a little bit weird to you guys.
A rare one. Don't let it get away.
But, again, we're just here to explore. Oh, come on! And it's not like we capture these things very often. I think we went 54s one time without getting any. Damn.
That was easy.
That was easy. Another gun. I've only got one person who can use guns, game. Dispoison. If we could all use guns, the tides might be turned a little bit. Where did you come from? Player surprise.
Use your guns and bows on it.
Guns and bows. Well, slashing damage. Since you insist.
There are 3 enemies left.
Really?
That's it. The enemy is down.
Only 2 more to go.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance. The enemy is down.
Oh,
Now's your
if only every fight could be this easy.
You'll fall by my hand.
Actually, it's by all of our hand. I don't know why I hate her so much. Someone send help. Why do I hate her? That guy looks vaguely familiar. No arms, no legs. I don't particularly need healing. And that money boost would not be worth it. So, we've chosen Taki Manakata. Who should be discarded? Well, Valkyrie. I said, well, Valkyrie, goodbye. You didn't even have an item in your heart for me. After all we went through to create you. After all that wasted time and energy. Yeah, let's get out of here. God, I almost want to leave the tower just so I can use some of those medallions. Get ourselves better weapons. But I'm not entirely sure, actually. Before we save it. I'm not entirely sure who we're going to be taking into the next encounter, and I want to make sure that those people have the best weapons possible. Yeah, let's see what we can fuse. Did we get any new interesting fuse combinations from this crap? Pusa... Sarasvati. Okay. Nullifies ice, weak against lightning. Mahama Rakunda, Tarukaja, Bufula. So another good ice one. Getting rid of a lightning guy who is worthless. Power, who I actually kind of do like. He's got wind and lightning. Wouldn't really be worth it. Queen Mob. Nope. Not worth it. Satake, you are worthless to me. Narcissus. You can't really give us crap either. I really wish that this fusing stuff was exciting, but it's not. It's not at all. Vitala, the devil. Tinterafu, which was what? An AoE panic? Marin Kirin, a charm, kill rush, Dikaja, weak, null, and strong. And then we have Ose, level 44. Gale Slash, Poison Mist, Zeo, Holy Arrow, Jieko Kuten, Charm Boost, just not very appealing. Kusi Matama, another of the Matama family, a wind bastard. Genbu, the two-headed serpent, apparently fighting over a turtle. Whatever. We're just gonna keep them for now. If I have to get rid of one later, it'll be fairly easy to choose which one to get rid of. Nothing but a disappointment in there. Okay. I think we actually are going to leave the tower because I want to go to the Mystic Shop. And at the very least to get the main character a better weapon. We can also get one of the guns. And see what other tokens we've got. I think it's just like guns and a bow and a sword. Monday. Summer school begins today. God dang it. Maybe we should have stayed in the tower. I completely forgot about this. For some reason, I thought we were already back in school. I guess we are. It's the first day of summer school. Despite the heat, the lecture continues. Our academics has increased. Yeah, but are we doing anything fun in summer school? Summer school is supposed to be a time for more hands-on activities. For actually creating things, building model rockets, setting up experiments, doing things that aren't exactly tied to the textbook. It's the second day of summer school. Am I gonna have to miss this whole week due to this? I know it's hot, everyone, but let's just try and get through class. Focus pocus. You must all be very curious students to be taking this course over the summer. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Well, let's talk about something interesting today. All you future magicians will want to pay close attention. Today's subject is tarot. That's right, those cards often used in fortune-telling. Originating in 15th century Europe as normal playing cards, tarot cards evolved into tools of divination. A variety of different versions of tarot card decks exist, including the Maricel and Rider decks. But today, in respect of the great magician Aleister Crowley, we will be using the Thoth deck. First, let's talk about the composition of the deck. The modern 78-card tarot deck is divided into two parts. There are 22 major arcana, the face cards, and 56 minor arcana, or number cards. The minor arcana are also sometimes called pips. The major arcana features a variety of illustrations on their faces, beginning with the Fool and ending with the World. They tell a story in numerical order that is a metaphor of an individual's journey through life. Each major arcana represents a stage on that journey, an experience that the individual must incorporate to realize his oneness. They are all important, so let's take a look at each of the 22 cards, one by one. The first card, numbered 0, is the Fool. It represents the beginning and suggests infinite possibilities. The next card, the Magician, represents action and initiative, but also immaturity. The Priestess represents contemplation and inner knowledge. The Empress represents motherhood and the life it brings forth. The Emperor is an opposing card. It represents fathering and relates to leadership and decision-making skills. The Hierophant represents formality and knowledge and stands for religion. The Lover's card represents choice. Here, the individual's consciousness has finally surfaced. The Chariot represents victory for the individual, but only a momentary one. Justice represents the knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. The Hermit represents the individual's search for answers by looking inward, deep inside his heart. Fortune represents fate and the opportunities that come with it. Strength represents both passion and self-control. It is depicted as power with reason. The Hanged Man reflects the individual's inability to take action. And spiritual death awaits the individual with the 13th card, which is aptly named Death. Death is considered a transitional card. The old ends and the new begins. Now, let us continue along the path, following the transition. Temperance is the balancing of opposites. Opening his eyes to the world allows the individual to grow. And as the devil represents, he then faces temptation. At the Tower, his values collapse on him. It seems as if he no longer has anything to believe in. But he then finds a glimmer of hope represented by the star, and he is suffused with serene calm. This bliss makes him vulnerable to the illusions of the moon. Fears arise, and he follows the dim path in his heart with trepidation. But he is rewarded with a bright future represented by the sun, which signifies true achievement. Judgment awaits the individual at the end of his journey, as he looks back on the path he has traveled. The final card is the World, which represents the individual's full awareness of his place in the world. That is the growth of an individual, as explained by the tarot cards. Perhaps all this talk about life doesn't hit home with you young folks just yet, Now, you can use all 78 cards to divine the future in detail, but most people only use the 22 major arcana. Okay, next, let's talk about how to tell fortunes using the major arcana. First, you will need to shuffle the cards. If a card is reversed, its meaning will change, so it's important. The class continues. And despite the heat, the lecture continues. Good lord. I never had so much knowledge in my head about tarot cards until now. I really feel like our academics should be decreasing, but something tells me he works for one of the agencies and he's here to spread knowledge or enlightenment amongst the young masses. I can't tell yet. I still have many questions about him. Despite the heat, the lecture continues. She doesn't have anything important to say apparently today. Nothing that we really need to know. It's a coloring book day. Scrapbooking day. Where we scrapbook our last year and form fond memories. I guess they had to fill this week somehow. Come on, game. If we're not going to be doing anything on these days, then let me at least go hang out with the old people after school. We're so close to a breakthrough. Now, let's begin. Yod he vavi. How are you all handling the heat? I could brew you some of my special tea if you'd like. Now, let's continue with our special summer study, the truth behind magic. I'll be talking about Kabbalah. I assume all of you have at least heard of Kabbalah, yes? Maybe you've heard of Madonna and the Kabbalah. It is known as the mystical study of the Hebrew scriptures, but, as I have mentioned before, it has had a great impact on Western sorcery. It has been said that to learn the secrets of magic, first, you must truly understand Kabbalah. So, who was the person who formed this incredible ideology known as Kabbalah? Well, according to legend, it was Moses. Yes, that Moses. The Moses who gave us the 10 Commandments and split the Red Sea. But, in reality, it was formulated by a group of rabbis long ago. However, because it consists of such a complicated coded system, Kabbalah did not become known to the Western world until much later. Now, it is important to note that there are many different ancient methods of deciphering Kabbalah. For example, there is gematria, the interpretation of text by replacing letters with the numbers they represent. There is notarikon, where you take a letter from each word to form another sentence or thought. There is also tamura, a method where letters of words are replaced, thereby giving the sentence a new meaning. All these different methods make it difficult to fully comprehend Kabbalah. Now, one of the most important ideas of Kabbalah is the Tree of Life, formed of the 10 Sephirot. Most illustrations depict it as a chart shaped like a tree. The 10 stages represented by the Sephirot, and the 22 paths connecting them represent the stages of creation God formed from his own self, as well as the direction in which humanity should evolve. Where did we come from? Where are we going? These answers lie in the Sephirot. When training your magic, it's important to picture the Sephirot every so often. And when you are meditating, you should focus on the Sephirot as well. If life was a test, the Sephirot would be the basic questions. All aspiring magicians should know them. So, if you're looking for inspiration, try your hand at the Sephirot. By the way, did you all notice that I said there were 22 paths? Yes, that's right. The same number as the major arcana I spoke about earlier. Now, continuing on. According to the Sephirot, the world is broken up into 4 stages. And the class continues for hours, despite the heat. Oh, before I forget, I'll be giving supplementary lessons at the nurse's office, starting in the second term. I'm thinking of doing demonstrations using tarot cards, but I won't have time for that during the lecture. If you're interested, stop by after school. Everyone is welcome. Oh god, he's gonna be his own social link, isn't he? We're gonna have to choose if we wanna hang out with the creepy cultist. I'm leaning towards yes, honestly. If he's gonna teach us about the mystical occult, by all means, sign me up. It's the last day of the summer school. Whenever he had that Crowley name drop, that was it. Hook, line, and sinker. Despite the heat, the lecture continues. And we're not talking about our hot, sexy teacher up there who's probably in the MMO that we play. What, no one's gonna say hi to me? Well, fuck all you guys too. Whenever we come back, we're gonna go to the Mystic store. And then we're gonna go to the tower. Because we need to.